Alright fellas, so welcome to another video, and this video gonna be a comparison in a gas mileage. You don't want that. Comparison in gas mileage running the truck with a full MDS on versus MDS off. For those of you guys that don't know what MDS means, that's a short for multi-displacement system. That's how Chrysler is calling it. If you can see over here, we got an Eco now. That means its multi-displacement system is on active, or some of the manufacturers are calling it cylinder deactivations in a latest Ford applications. But I've wanted to do this test for a while now, and finally I get myself together to do this test because in about a month I'm gonna have to return this truck back. My lease is up, unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to return it back. So it's now or never. So this is what's happening. To simulate the exactly same conditions that I'm gonna be driving the truck, I decided that just commuting back and forth to work, that's how I've been using this whole past week, this truck, just going back and forth to work. What I got is a 12.5 mile one way. On the morning hours at 4 o'clock I go to work in the morning. There is no traffic, it's pretty much smooth sailing, 50-55 miles an hour, stop and go, still with traffic lights. It's not like a freeway, you know. It's like right now, you know, there's a traffic light there, you gotta stop then go, light traffic. On the way back home, it's pretty much bumper to bumper. It's a lot more stop and go. To give you perspective how the situation is, like on the morning takes me about 17 minutes, and on the afternoon on the way back home it takes me about 35 minutes to complete the same distance. So now you have an idea how thick the traffic is on the way home. But the whole point of this video is I want to see whether you save any fuel using the cylinder deactivation versus not using it. So like I said, this past week I have used the truck normally like you would drive with the system on. The next week is gonna be video part 2 coming up after this one, so like and subscribe for that one if you want to see it. That video is gonna be with 8 cylinders strictly. Every time in the morning when I fire up the truck, I'm gonna turn the MDS off, cylinder deactivation off, and I'm gonna go back and forth to work with the cylinder deactivation off, and then we're gonna compare the fuel mileage between cylinder deactivation and a cylinder activated, let's put it that way. So 8 cylinder versus 8 and 4 cylinder, to see if we're gonna get any difference in the gas mileage. As you can see right now, I'm driving on the way to the gas station and see that symbol right there, the Eco symbol is on. That means the engine is running on a 4 cylinder right now, and the truck is getting about instant around 26 miles to the gallon. But this is what I have averaged. That's what the truck is showing right there. I'm sure that's a little bit optimistic on optimistic side, but that's why I'm going to the gas station right now, and we're gonna fill it up, and then we're gonna calculate the miles. And after I reset the trip, after we calculate it, I'm gonna reset it, and I'll be driving this truck the whole week next week with the 8 cylinders only. So like I said, the driving condition gonna be about the same because I'm just gonna go back and forth to work, no any other trips, and the traffic situation should average about the same because it's gonna be same road, same driving habits, same everything, just a different week, let's put it that way. Now you might think it might happen sometime I get stuck in traffic a little bit longer, but the average should be the same. There is no major differences is gonna be in between these two tests. So that should give us an idea if this truck gonna burn more fuel being on a 8 cylinders all the time versus like right now being on a 4 cylinder, 8 cylinder, 4 cylinder, 8 cylinder. We're gonna come to the bottom of this once and for all. Right now I'm gonna go to the gas station, we're gonna fill the gas up, we're gonna calculate it, and then in the next video I'm gonna put these two calculating sections of the video back to back, so you're not gonna, so you don't have to go back and forth and searching for this video to compare the two. I'm gonna put them back to back in the next following video. All right, I'm gonna make a turn over here, jump at a gas station, fill that up and calculate it, and we'll see what happens, right?
The speed limit is
should be interesting. But as guys, you can argue with this, even if it comes out to be like a 16 miles to the gallon in those driving conditions. Like I said, it's not a freeway drive, stop and go, 40 to 55 miles an hour depending, you know what I'm saying, stop and go. That's not too bad of a gas mileage for this truck. This is a full-size rig, guys. It's a crew cab 4x4 5.7 V8. I mean, it's a full-size truck, so that's not too bad. Even if it comes close to that, I'll be happy, tell you the truth, but we'll find out in a little bit. So let me line up here at the gas pump. I'm gonna fill that up and we're gonna calculate the numbers together. All right. Alright guys, I just want to state also that I'm using a 87 octane fuel. I'm not using a high octane, and it's gonna be the same. Since I got this truck, I've been using 87 octane. She runs fine on that, and I'll be using the same station, same gasoline, everything. I'm gonna try to simulate the be pretty close to same for everything, and I'm gonna use that TLF truck style like they're doing it, you know, click, wait 30 seconds and refill it. That's becoming a standard for everybody who doing this test and whatnot. So here we go. Let's wait for this filled up, top it off, calculate it, and then we're gonna, you guys gonna have to wait for next week to do the comparison. But I will put, like I said, these two section of the video in the next video back to back, so you can see back to back how the results came out and whatnot, and that's gonna give you an idea how much it cost me a week to drive this big rig, about 27 bucks. Now we're gonna wait some 30 seconds or so. All right, that's a pretty big top off. Alright, let's go inside and calculate the miles. Alright guys, so let's see what's the damage now. This is driving with the MDS on. Okay, so we got a 15 point, no. So we got a 150.7 divided by 9.175 gallon equals, that is your result, 16.425 miles to the gallon. Like I said, that's a little bit optimistic here, but we're gonna reset this right now. We're gonna reset that, and right now I'm gonna turn off, put this in a drive. We're gonna turn off the MDS like that, and from now on until the next week, I'm gonna drive the truck strictly with a V8, no cylinder deactivation. And the next Saturday or Sunday, I'll come back to the same gas station. We're gonna use same fuel, we're gonna top it off, and we're gonna calculate it, and we're gonna find out whether this truck burn less fuel using their system.
The speed limit is 25 miles per hour.
Or that just a gimmick for the people that think that they are getting a better gas mileage with that system on. From what I hear, the manufacturing is suggesting that it's saving about 1.5 to 2% worth of fuel with that system, but we will find out. So thank you very much. Like and subscribe for part 2. Next week, the part 2 coming out, and I'm gonna put this section of the video when we calculating the miles back to back. So like I said previously, you don't have to search back and forth. All right, thank you very much for watching. I will see you soon with another video.